just start out with, whenever you travel, think about everybody there is helping you get where you need to go. It's a system. We live within a system. It's not just that you are the person traveling. It's the person handling your bag that makes sure it gets on the plane. It's the person that actually opens the door for you. They're all really important. So I would just recognize them and make sure that you say please and thank you to them, or at least smile at them. So I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on packing when you go on a trip like this, because like I said, some of you, I believe, travel and fly a lot. Some of you may have never done that. So this is packing 101. You are going to be able to go to the through security and get on a plane, and in almost every domestic flight that you will have, you will be allowed two things. You will be allowed some sort of bag, which this is kind of a large, I kind of cheat on that, and then this is your carry-on luggage, okay? You can't show up with a purse and a bag and luggage. They will say, no, that's not applicable. So you'll have to figure out how to take the purse or whatever's in here and put it into the bag or switch that out. So that's the first thing. Two pieces, okay? Second thing is, you will be traveling with two pieces of critical things. One is an ID, some sort of government-issued photo ID. Don't leave this at home or you're not going to get on the plane. I've come close before. Trust me, it's a very painful experience. Second thing you're going to get is you're going to get a boarding pass. You're either going to print this out at home. It might be a full sheet of paper if you're printing it. This one I got at the kiosk on my last trip, and a couple of these. So this has your flight information. These are two critical pieces of information. What I usually do is I find a zippered pocket in my jacket, and these things live inside a zippered pocket where I never lose them, okay? When you go, you're going to, in that bag, you're going to want to, in this bag, which is your kind of carry-on bag, you're probably going to want to have a few things. You're going to have probably a water bottle. It can't be full when you go through security. You can't be carrying a coffee when you go through security. This has to be empty. Once you get through security, you can fill it up. Okay? You're going to also have all of your liquids and gels in a 1-quart Ziploc bag, not a 1-gallon Ziploc bag, a 1-quart Ziploc bag, okay? I'll bring some of these on Wednesday when I go with my group. I'll probably bring extras just in case. You have to have everything in 3-ounce containers or less, which is kind of an interesting thing. So this is a roughly 2-ounce. This toothpaste, even though it's it's squeezed down where there's less than 3 ounces in it, some of the people get cranky and don't let you take these. So I would suggest you go to the drugstore and get the small version of travel toothpaste with you. Okay? You can bring things like saline solution and all those kinds of things, but try to get them in a 3-ounce size, or if you're going to bring them bigger, you've got to have a prescription form to allow it to be in there. But everything has to fit inside this quart bag. Okay. You will also need to carry, I carry a spare set of glasses. For those of you who have glasses, I carry a spare set with me. And then last but not least, laptops. Okay, if you're going to carry them in a bag. And don't forget your chargers, okay? I've known a lot of folks who go out and they grab all their electronics, they forget their chargers, and then they're constantly begging for them. All right, so that's what's in that bag. Now, this is where it's really cool, because you're going to go for several days, and in that several days you're going to end up with a bag that's roughly this size, and if you pack it this neatly, it all fits, okay? So one of the things I want to remind you is, remember, it's always rained in us in St. Louis, okay? So, I have a rain jacket. I would suggest you bring one. One of the things you'll notice is that everything is packed very neatly. I also have a light sweater because it gets cool in the evenings there. On this side, which I will just work through, you will see I have what I call a top tier. The top tier holds everything in place. So, in here, my khaki and my uniform, okay? Oh, and Linda stuck my travel buddy in here, okay? You never know when you're going to need your travel buddy, okay? In our house, that happens a lot, okay? So you might want to bring somebody along. PJs, all right? Now you'll notice that even though this is tipped up on end, it's well packed and it stays in place. And the thing that makes this happen is called rolling your stuff. You'll see I have 3 t-shirts here. I have a long sleeve t-shirt. I have a pair of pants and my other workout pants, okay? They all fit in here. When you roll them tightly, you create a really nice tier. And Tigger can stay out here and watch. All right, this is another trick. Take all your underwear and socks. Take them and put them in 1 or 2 of these Ziplocs like this, and then squeeze all the air out of it, right? And then pull it together like that. Take the air out a little more, and when you get it like that, it makes a nice compressed thing. It fits in here. The other thing is that if you have one of these this way, then you know what your clean underwear is over the course. If you keep coming out of this, okay, the stuff that's in here is still clean, all right? I also put an extra pair of shoes in here, and there's another cool thing. There's always wasted space inside your shoes. This is another place to stuff like socks or chargers or any of those kinds of things, okay? Fill them in there. So basically then when you put it all back together, make it organized, because every once in a while, the security people will want to look through your bag, okay? Even though you've gone through line, security people will want you to look through the bag. So make it nice, make it organized so it's easy for them to open it up and look at it and say, okay, you're good to go. So, going through the line. Okay. Okay, you come up to the line. The first thing that happens when you go to security is you walk up, we'll all be together. We'll walk up, there's a line. There's a person sitting there who then checks your ID and your boarding pass, okay? The way you do that is you go to that person. You don't have to take anything off at this point yet, but you go to that person and you put your ID with your boarding pass, you put them in the right order, you look the person in the eye and say good morning, and you smile at them, you hand them this stuff. They will check it, they'll look at you, they'll check it again, they'll run a light over it, and they'll say okay. You'll go through that. Then you'll go to the line where you're going to actually have your bag scanned and you're going to be scanned. So you're going to come into that line and you're going to have this like this. So you're going to come in there. First thing you're going to do is you're going to get a couple of those trays. They have these plastic bins. You're going to pull this Ziploc bag out. You're going to put it in there. Okay? You're going to pull your laptop out. You're going to put that in there. Okay? Your jacket has to come off, okay? That goes in the bag. Your shoes have to come off. That goes in the bag. Oh, by the way, anything else in your pockets probably has to come out. Now, I don't like to put my wallet in the bag, or in there. So my wallet goes in my bag before I ever go there. So the wallet and my phone usually end up in my bag before I ever go through security. Oh, forgot I have a ID bracelet with metal. That needs to go in here. Oh, same thing with the watch, because a lot of watches have enough metal in the trigger. That goes in here. I go through. What happens? Beep, beep, beep. Oh, forgot my belt. Belt comes off. Okay. I'm getting ready to go through. They say stop. Why? Why am I stopped? Anybody know? Pen, okay? 2 pens. All right, those are. Go through, stop. You still can't go through. Glasses. Glasses are okay.
Ring.
Rings? No, that one's all right. Sweater. They won't let you wear a sweater. You have to be pretty much down to the base layer that you wear. Okay? So now everything's off. Everything goes through. Here's the other end, and it looks like a bomb went off. Okay.
Hopefully not.
Everything goes through, and it looks like my office upstairs. Okay. Total chaos. All right. There's 2 things here to remember. You want to reassemble quickly, and if you stop right here, there's all this stuff piling up behind you for the next person, right? So slide your stuff to the very end. My suggestion to you is the 2 things I like to bolt down really quickly are my shoes and my laptop. Okay? So grab these. You can actually grab most of this other stuff Okay? Once you get this in your hands, pick this stuff up, and you walk over, and there's usually a table or a place to assemble that's off of the line. And at that point, you put everything back together, you put everything in here, you wait for all the rest of the people outside of the security area, and we all reassemble there, and we go on our way safely. So that's kind of how you do it. Remember rolling, stuffing things in your shoes, Ziploc bags for compressing things. Don't forget a spare sweater, maybe a ball cap and a rain jacket. And I always like to carry at least one pair of spare shoes just because, you know, if your shoes are wet or whatever, it's nice to have a dry pair of shoes to pack around it down there. 2 bags, and courtesy is your friend. So that's how you pack and get through everything. And we'll have a really good time together in St. Louis.